What's up, guys? TheDevildogGamer here. We are back with Nuclear War Simulator. This time, we've been doing a lot of Russia versus US. This time we're going to do China versus the United States. Now, China specifically does not have as many nuclear weapons as Russia and the United States has. China didn't really start their buildup until very recently. They've had quite a few ICBMs, but nothing to the extent that the United States and Russia has, because China felt that the crosshairs were always on those two countries, and that they weren't really a threat with, nukes being thrown over oceans at them. But now lately, with their growing strategic presence, they need to up the ante, and they've been building a ton of nuclear missiles. They have 200 nuclear silos they've just built, probably in the last year or two, with many, many more being dug out. So it's kind of, with all the talk of, hey, we're going to be at war with them probably by 2025, them pushing to Taiwan. Kind of be cool to simulate with their current stores right now what a nuclear exchange between the two countries would actually look like. And to kind of better that, we're going to throw some strategic people out to see the fallout. Now, they do have their road mobiles. They have their short-range ballistic missiles. Lately, it's been carrier killers that they've been focusing on. But they do have ICBMs that can reach pretty much anywhere on the planet. Most of them are out in the desert, which for obvious reasons. You don't want them in populated areas, just like we have ours in the Midwest. So we're going to put some people down and see what can do. We'll go to we'll go see what Shanghai looks like, right? So we're going to drop a new person in Shanghai. You are going to be out pretty much by yourself there, guy. Let's put another one in Wuhan. Let's put one in Wuhan. Okay, you're going to be in your car, though. I'll have him in his car. Where else for the next one? Next one's gonna be Beijing. Yeah, let's see what happens in Beijing. You're gonna be in a big building, and then we'll put one out kind of over near the silo fields in Wuwei. Is that? I don't know if that's probably how we say it. Who the fuck knows? We'll put you. Oh no. That guy's gonna travel, but that's okay. We'll see what that does. And then, of course, South Korea and Japan's always going to be a target of nuclear exchange. There's a lot of people and military presence that are within their defensive layers. They have mainly 3 defensive layers, what they call, and this China or South Korea and Japan is within their defensive layer that they like to call it. So these are absolutely going to be targets. So they're launching nukes. Guam's gone. Hawaii's gone. Anything we have in South Korea, Japan, that's gone. Alaska for sure. The whole West Coast. I mean, they're not going to spare pretty much anything. So we're going to drop some people around here on the West Coast, near the sub bases, down here, San Diego. Let's do up near the missile fields. And of course, over here in New York and then near DC. A lot of air bases around, and then Florida for good measure for me. Now, this is going to be kind of a short exchange because, like I said, I have it set to every military target. It's going to be 50% civilian, 50% military. Their missiles will not be able to get all of our military stuff, nor our cities. Our missiles, we wouldn't have to fire them all, believe it or not. If we just targeted, if I did 100% military, we would probably launch like 300-400. That's about it. Not too bad. Not like Russia, where we'd be like, all right, well, just keep spinning up these missiles, But I think it'll go kind of quick. So we're gonna do it as like we'll do it as Chinese first strike. So we're gonna go ahead and launch it, and then we'll take a look at what actually happened. So China is popping them out. There they go. They got their SLBMs are outbound, their ICBMs. And the U.S. just immediately retaliates. I'm actually going to make sure they're executing Plan Alpha, too. Execute Plan Alpha. Yep. As you can see, our SLBMs have fired immediately. All their ICBM silos, their road mobile missiles are firing. As you can see, there's not much coming out of China compared to the wave of missiles that have completely left the U.S. mainland, along with all the SLBMs being fired from the Pacific. I mean, it's wild. It's wild to see this. Just shows you like how crazy Yep, there goes South Korea. Short-range missiles. What were these, by the way? Let me see real quick. DF-26s. Yeah, those are short-rangers. I mean, technically, DF-26 could probably make it to Hawaii. I'm pretty sure they could. I have to look at the range chart on them again. Here comes all the submarine-launched ballistic missiles, just immediately all over the area. South Korea's getting nailed. Rest of China's getting nailed. Everything's just getting smashed. That's all going to Hawaii. Guam's getting smashed hard. There's like 17 nuclear ICBMs inbound to Guam. It ain't that big. A few will do. There's all their missiles. You can see just the difference in missiles being fired. Like, that's all ours. Those little specks that way is all theirs. It's just that, and there's more coming around. They don't have that many, which is why they're building up, because they really need to get that. They got to pump them numbers up, man. They really got to pump them numbers up. I mean, if you want mutually assured destruction, this isn't mutually assured destruction in the case of the US and China. If nuclear war broke out right now, we would fare way better than they would, to be honest. I mean, just look at this. Look at this. Everything. Like, we have enough nukes to target a hamlet out in the middle of nowhere in China. That's how crazy this is. And as you can see, like, Hawaii's getting hit. Few western seaboard, west coast stuff's getting hit. Missile fields, that's about it. In reality, almost every Chinese military base has been wiped off the map. Pretty much every single one, every silo complex has been hit multiple times. Oh wow. I would have thought this would have been a priority target, but all right, that's a pretty important naval base strategically for them. Hawaii fared pretty well too, and the bombers. I mean, we didn't even send that many bombers, to be honest. Oh, now, yeah, actually, we kind of sent a good number of bombers just to mop up. Yeah, why not? Just for good just for good measure. Oh my Jesus, we're gonna let this fallout kind of cure for a little bit. We're gonna give it like a 24-hour fallout cure. There's a lot of dead people in China, for sure. I think the U.S. absolutely got away pretty easy on this one. You know, a lot of people in the last few videos were like, hey, do China, they're a massive threat. I want to see. I think people just overthink how many nuclear weapons China has. They're definitely getting those numbers up, but compared to the US and Russia during that whole 50s to 1980 something, I mean, the buildup was absolutely massive. It would take China another 20, 30 years to catch up if they just went all out. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and click the fallout and see what we got for this. Oh, it's not really showing me a fallout. Well, I gotta do the casualties real quick. Fallout's actually not too bad, believe it or not. Oh, no, never mind. It's still loading it. Still loading it. Oh, it looks pretty bad. Not gonna lie, it actually looks kind of bad. If it's spreading into Russia like that, oh boy, that's gonna be rough. I'm gonna say 5 million people in the US died. 5 million. I'm gonna say probably 200 million in China died. Oh my God, you're never going. Oh my. Wow, I was pretty close, dude. 249 million died in China. 3.9 million in the US. South Korea lost 8. Germany. Oh, they hit some of the NATO bases out there. Germany 1.9. I mean, look at this fallout. China is uninhabitable. Let's see what we got going on here. Hawaii got pretty rough. Yeah, pretty much just Alaska and Portland's gone. Seattle's gone. I mean, Ain't gonna miss them, to be honest, but holy moly, dude. That's wild. Austria lost 646,000. So let's take a look at these people here and see what's going on with them. Oh, no. I want the person. I want to check the person. Let me check the person. Okay, so this guy, serious radiation, might die in 2 to 4 weeks. Let's check him. Nope, I want you. Check you. Well, which one? Hugh Riles. That's him. He was pretty much dead. Yep. Killed in fires. So he died in the fires. What about John Ram? Yep. Extreme radiation sickness. Whoa, he probably took a direct hit. Yikes, man. This guy up here, light injuries from flying glass, 2 to 14 days. Not too shabby. South Korea, a good dose. Good dose of radiation. This guy, serious radiation sickness. Japan, not that bad. Not that bad. I gotta say, I pretty much predicted it. I gotta say, I pretty much predicted it. But China versus the U.S. is nowhere near as crazy mutually assured as China and, you know what I mean. Russia and the U.S., they basically destroy each other. China and the U.S., China absolutely gets wiped off the face of the planet. The U.S. can kind of rebuild. Give it a couple more years, it might be a level playing field at the way China does stuff. But this nuclear scenario never really kind of bugged me as much as Russia and the U.S. because that just ruins the world for everybody. I think this part of the world's kind of screwed. But everybody else will seem to be okay-ish. I mean, not with that. Fallout, sorry, Europe. Why? I don't know why. It always happens. Well, that would have been a tripwire force anyway, so you would have had all these countries launching nukes back at China too, man. But this is pretty much how I would imagine the scenario to play out. If you guys want to see more of these, let me know down in the comments below. Talk to you guys later. Peace.